Welcome to today's daily devotional time with God. In today's devotional, I will talk about the topic that says, men ought not to faint. And I'll read the book of Luke chapter 18 from verse 1 to 3, and it says, Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, In a certain town there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, Grant me justice against my adversary. So here is a story of a widow who wants justice. She kept going to the judge and was never tired because her request has not yet been met. She wearied the judge with her coming and sure that one day her request would be granted. She was persistent and determined never to stop until she gets justice. So let's see what the judge says. I'll continue reading from verse 4 to 8. It says, For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice so that she won't eventually come and attack me. And the Lord said, Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? What do you think would have happened if this woman gave up? Her request would have never been met, hence this story won't be this encouraging. So, what have you given up on? What is that desire that you have stopped praying about? You are not to give up, but keep asking until you get your miracle. We have a faithful Father who is always attentive to his children. It's not like this unjust judge. Even though this man was unjust and does not care what people say or what God says, but because this woman was always going to him, he granted her request. Also, Hannah has been going to Shiloh for several years, but she had an encounter in a particular one where a Samuel was delivered into her hands. You can read that story in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 1 to 11. People tend to want to give up many times when the miracle is around the corner. But I pray for you today that you will not give up but continue to persist in your prayers and increase in your faith to receive whatever you are trusting God for. And the grace to wait for the promise and not faint, the Lord will give you the grace to keep asking and never stop, to keep praying and never get weary, because many times people tend to give up when the miracle is just around the corner. But this woman kept going. So Jesus was saying this parable to teach us that we need to continue to pray and that God does not turn his ear off our prayers, but he hears them, and at the right time, at the appropriate time, is going to bring the answer. So if you stop praying, you will not receive the answer. But if you keep praying, one day the answer will come. So you ought not to faint, but to pray, to continue to ask until you receive your miracle. And do you know that when it seems that God is coming too late, is coming in a big way. It's coming in a way that will shock you, that even you'll be so surprised that wow. And then you will be able to give thanks to God and know that, oh wow, thank God I waited. Thank God I kept praying, because now the miracle has come even bigger than I expected. That will be your testimony in Jesus' name. I pray that the grace to continue to pray. I pray that the grace to go back and take those prayers that you have stopped praying and keep praying them again. I pray that God will give you the grace and God will come and answer you speedily in Jesus' name. So keep asking. Don't stop. God bless you. I'll be again next week. Enjoy your weekend and God bless you. Bye for now.